What's going on, everybody? It's Super J here, and I just finished watching Bullet Train yesterday, and I'm going to give you my spoiler thoughts. But with this movie review, it's going to be quite different. I'm going to talk about the main three things, obviously the plot, the characters, and the pacing. But I'm also going to add some new things at the end. I'm going to put them all up here. I'm going to add audience score, critic score, and then my score for the film. So let's just get into plot first. All right, everybody. Talking about the plot of the movie, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Brad Pitt's on a train and he's fighting assassins for a briefcase. Spoiler alert: it's just money. So yeah, basically that's the end for the plot part. I'm gonna get into characters right away because characters have a lot to talk about with the characters. So let's go to the characters part. All right, everybody. Talking about the characters for this section, I'm only going to talk about really two characters, which is Brad Pitt's character, which is Ladybug, and Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, which is Tangerine. These characters in the movie were fucking awesome. Aaron Taylor Johnson's character was fucking funny as shit, and his friend Lemon was also good in this movie because Aaron Taylor Johnson thought he was dead and he started crying. He went after the girl, Joy King's character, which is Prince, which I'm not too fond of. I don't really like her too much. But getting back to Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, Tangerine, he thought Lemon was dead and all. So it was funny when Lemon had that bulletproof vest on, he didn't die, and then he just sees Aaron Taylor Johnson's character just blood splattering everywhere. That's a spoiler alert because Aaron Taylor Johnson's character does die, and most of the cast does die except obviously Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock's character. And you can say, the main protagonists, Kimura and the other guy. And, yeah. And then I'm going to talk about one more, which is everybody knows. It's just Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt in this movie was, he's just Brad Pitt. He literally just acts like Brad Pitt. He's funny in it. And, he was just an assassin. So, he didn't try killing any of them, but they all still died. Which actually plays into more of the plot, too. Because everywhere he goes, he thinks he has bad luck because everybody near him would die. If he goes to a party, on a mission, everybody would die even though he wouldn't try killing them. So it's kind of plays into this movie too. And he kind of thinks that he has bad luck and everything, but in fact he doesn't. Everybody else has bad luck around him. So seeing that and then seeing Brad Pitt realize that, it was really good character development. These characters had the best character development. I would say the two twins, Tangerine and Lemon, had the best character development, and I think Brad Pitt's a good second. Because Joey King's character, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, is not good. And the White Death was a little bit of a disappointing villain because, I don't know, he reminds me of the Mandarin. The fake Mandarin. I'm going to put a picture of him right here. The fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3. I don't know. I just felt like he acted like that. He had all this, bark. He had the Oni mask or whatever. He looked badass. He'd, get the revolver and do that. The chamber would spin. But in the movie, he did that again. But it looked so goofy. The movie was good. I personally liked it, but I just didn't like the White Death as a character. They made him seem so menacing, but in fact, he didn't really do anything. He guys ass kicked most of the film, or the parties in the film. So yeah, this is really that's really nothing more to talk about. Maybe Sandra Bullock's character, Maria Beadle, she's okay. She's mostly behind a screen the whole time. She's on the phone most of the time with Brad Pitt. She gets her screen time at the end of the movie, of course, because she's obviously an A-list actor. So yeah, that's basically all I have to talk about for characters. Now I'm going to get the pacing. I'll see you guys on pacing. Alright, everybody, getting to pacing of this film. The pacing is pretty decent. I'd say it's okay. It's not Prey level, because Prey had the perfect pacing for a movie. But this movie had okay pacing. It was good pacing. I can't say it was bad. It was steady, you could say. Steady. It's not good, not bad. So it was just steady. It wasn't above average, perfect. No, because mostly in the movie they're in a train, right? And they sprinkle flashbacks of Brad Pitt's character Ladybug's past assassinations, you could say, even though he barely, I don't think, kills them a lot. But yeah, there's nothing really to talk about for pacing because the pacing's okay. You have to watch the movie for yourself to see the pacing, because the pacing is sometimes it could be very fast, they could be very slow, and then it go really fast again. But the times where it's really fast and they're in the train and they're fighting, it's perfect. The hand-to-hand combat, the briefcase, when they fight with the briefcase, it's just so perfect. Especially with the acting, too. The acting and the pacing go side to side together, and they work together to make one good, decent paced movie. I wish there could be more I could talk about, but with pacing, there's not much you can really talk about besides if it's good or bad. So yeah, that's my end about the pacing. I'm going to get into audience, critic, and my scores. So let's get into it. All right, everybody, that concludes my spoiler-free review, and I'm about to give you my rating right now. Then I'm going to give you the audience and the critics. So I'm going to put them all right up here. I'm going to start with mine first. My review for this movie is an 8.6 out of 10. You might be saying, why isn't it 8.6, you say? But I put it as an 8.6 because it's above 8.5, but I don't think it cuts the 9 over 9 mark. This because for one reason and one reason only, the White Death. I really didn't like the White Deaths in this movie. It was just disappointing, that character right there. He looked like such a badass. And you're going to think, okay, he was going to wear that Oni mask. He was going to do that. Ching, ching, he was going to kill everybody. He didn't do anything. In fact, all of his assassins died. Spoiler alert. They all got blown up by that briefcase. Because there was a bomb in it that Joey King's character, Prince, secretly planted in there. So yeah, mine's at 8.6 out of 10. You'll see it right there. Critically, right now it could change either way. But from when I'm recording this video right now, it's sitting at a 54% or 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, or 5.4 out of 10 on critic score. So now for audience, lastly for audience, of course, they rated it as 7.8 out of 10. So not as high as mine, you could say, but enough where you could say it's decent. So audience think it's decent. Critics think that it's not good, not really good, because I don't even know why. If you have to go on Rotten Tomatoes and see why it says it, but they put a 5.4. So I'm going to guess that not a lot of them liked it. And I'm guessing most of them were mixed. Audience liked it most of all, and I really loved it. So I don't know about you guys. I really liked Bullet Train. So show me your thoughts down below. Tell me if this spoiler review helped you out a lot. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.